Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you my fancy treat holder. It's not really anything too exciting, although it looks pretty funky, I must admit. But yeah, it's just a pretty decorated box really. I especially love these flowers. I don't know if you can see, my light is a bit too bright I think, but my flowers actually have Wink of Stella on them. Let me just see if I can tone the light down a little bit, and then you might actually be able to see the Wink of Stella on them. Can you see it? I'm hoping you can. But yeah, it's a cute little box. Now I've had a little play around. Now my second guilty pleasure aside of Godiva chocolate is these little beauties and their babies. I absolutely love cream eggs, so I'm always really pleased when I see them come into the shops. But I had a play, and I think if you had 4, you could fit 4 or more in here, 1 in each section. Alternatively, you could fill it with the little ones and put a load of the little ones in there. Or you could fill it with whatever you wanted to, but I just thought that was a great idea. These were a box of 5. I now have 2, and these my daughter bought me maybe 3 hours ago in a little bag. That's all that's left. No, I tell a lie. There is I think 4 ready for another project somewhere, but yeah, there's only 1 spare one left. But anyway, this is using the beautiful new Neutrals DSP, and it's the pack that you get if you join Stampin' Up during Celebration. I've shown you them before. Let me just grab them out again. So there's the Neutrals, Subtles, Brights, Regals, and then the In Colour paper stack. And as I say, they are such pretty patterns. I've gone for sort of the crisscross one here. The one I'm going to be making up is this. I always want to say it's like a fleur-de-lis pattern, not quite, but it's there. And then you can see we've got these stripes, and I'm not going to be able to show you the other one, am I now? It's not going to have one showing anywhere. Oh, and that's sort of boxed type pattern. But yeah, all of that just for joining. How amazing is that? And like I said, these are actually not out until June for the new annual catalogue, so you're going to get them way ahead of time, which is amazing. And so much paper. This gift box, yes, I have one on the bottom, and that's simply because this takes up 1 sheet of 6x6 just to decorate this, so there's no waste. And obviously that's why I put one on the bottom, because I didn't want to waste just that little square. So yeah, really super, really easy. I'm going to show you how to do it. So, as I'm on Neutrals, that was Merry Merlot. This is soft suede. You need a piece of cardstock that is 7.5 by 7.5 inches, or 18 by 18 centimetres. And then we're just simply going to score all of our sides at 2.5 inches, which would be 6 centimetres. So just, whoops, all the way round, 2.5, just as that. And then we're going to grab our ruler, and we're just going to score from the corner here to the outside. And we're going to do that on all 4 corners. So from that corner there, and then we're going to spin this round and do exactly the same again. So from the sort of inside corner where those score lines match to the outside corner, just like so. So once that's done, oh sorry, making a right clatter then. So we're going to fold and burnish these score lines. Just like that. And there's no cutting involved, because these are going to fold in on themselves. And now, as you can see how easily I did that, so I'm just pushing those sort of edges together. It's the easiest way all the way around. And then what you'll find is that you can just pull those together. Now what I did then do is, once I'd got squoze them together to create them, I did just get in there and just fold those bits there, just to sort of give them a bit of encouragement. Just fold that one there, and then the last one, just crease that bit there. Okay, so you can already see now how it just sits together. So then we need our DSP, and as I said, these are literally one sheet of 6 by 6, so 9 squares, 2 inches by 2 inches. Now the centimetres are 5 by 5, so you will have to shave a very small amount off. I think, is it 0.2 or 0.3 of a centimetre? So I'm going to put 4 of them on the sides here. So 1, 2, 3, and then my last one just over there. One just there, and one on the bottom there, or the centre square. And now these ones, what I'm going to do is the pattern that I want showing, I'm going to fold in on itself and just fold them in half to form a triangle, and I'm going to do that with all 4 of these pieces here. Like I said, just fold them in on themselves, and I would love it if you guys got hold of this DSP. All you need to do is come and join my team. Simple as that. I'm always happy to have everybody join because it's lovely and I love it. I've just celebrated my 5th anniversary, so yeah, I'm mad. I love it. Okay, so once you've folded them, then we're just going to add some adhesive on the back, and then the way I did this was I kind of folded it in half, as it were, and then I creased my cardstock as well, just to make sure that I got that crease in the right place. So just going to go through that again. So I'm not doing anything different with my adhesive, I'm still just putting it on those 2 sections there, and then just fold it and line it up there in that part. Press that adhesive down and just work your way around until you've done those 4 squares. And this last one, whoops, just goes on the centre line there. Okay, so those are all my pieces done and ready. I'm then just going to come in with my proper die here, and I'm just wanting to punch a hole either side of your centre line there. So I'm literally just eyeballing that, spin it round, and as I say, it's just actually trapped my finger then. It's just on these corners. Get my fingers out of the way this time. And then the last one just on this side. Didn't quite cut that one properly. Okay, so let's get rid of those. And then all you need is your ribbon. So I'm using the Fine Art ribbon just because I love this glitter in it. I think it's really pretty. So I've got a decent length of my ribbon, and then I'm just going to go from the inside to one piece, and then, as I said, it's just a case of threading it through the holes and bring your pieces up together so that it will all sit together when you, so you don't need to pull it and use the whole of the sort of the card, if you like. So that's going through there. That one through there. And then my last two ones here. That one. Don't worry, I am going to trim the end of this ribbon before I finish because it's gone really tatty. And then that one through there, and then just sort of bring the four corners together. Try and keep my ribbons the same length almost. And then when you've got it almost there, I just kind of gave it a bit of a mean old pull and said, you are going to be as I want you to be. And then we just tie the elusive bow. So just play with it a little bit just so that you're happy with how it's sitting. And then tie your bow as such. So I'm just going to give that a little twisteroo, and then, as I said, I'm just going to trim those tatty ends. And then to decorate, I might leave both of those there then, to decorate as I did with this one. So I've got some Mossy Meadow here, which is also a neutral, my Sprig Punch, so I want 4 of these. I love this punch. It's so useful for so many different things. So that's that bit. So I just need, oh, they're hiding my glue dots. So I'm just going to pop all of these on with a glue dot. And then each one of these will just sit on a corner. And then the pretty flowers, whoops, so those are them on. And then I want some Whisper White here, and I'm using the basket of blooms that coordinates with the small bloom punch that I have here, and my soft suede. So I just want to stamp a couple of these, grab my Wink of Stella. I always like to give it a little squeeze just to get that glitter flowing, and then I'm just using the glitter brush to, I suppose, almost watercolour the flower and blend that ink into the petals, which is not something I normally do, watercolouring, because it just takes too much time for me. It's going to add a little bit of more Wink of Stella. I'm just going to do this one as well. But I have 2 flowers on each side, so you'll need to do 8 flowers. And you'll be pleased to know I already have the others done. So you don't have to sit here and watch me do this for ever and a day. Okay, blob of Stella, there we go. And here are the ones I did earlier. Again, you see them shining, shiny, shiny glitter, beautiful. So, small bloom punch now. Punch, oops, all of these out. This obviously won't take me too long. This is another one of my favourites, this little bloom punch, because it's just so handy for decorating pretty projects. They look lovely with the Wink of Stella on, they really do. I'm really pleased with how they look. Oops. And then the two that I've just done. Did that one and done that one. And then again, where are they? What did I do with them? Here they are, glue dots. So all of them go on a glue dot. Just keep going all the way around. Okay, I'm just going to tear that there. So I have one here that I can just pop off there, and then I just sort of place them on my sprigs, so they can either overlap or you can have them side by side. Doesn't really matter, the design is yours. I just kind of give you the idea. And then the last two on this side, and then the last thing to finish off is these lovely champagne rhinestones, and I've just popped one in the centre of each flower. Oops, overlap that one a bit too much. Last one's here. And I wanted to add these champagne ones because I figured they worked quite well with the gold that was in the ribbon. Just made it look a bit prettier. Added some extra bling. Can't have enough bling. Oops. Okay. And that is them finished. So my fancy treat holder for whatever occasion really. You can fill it with any kind of goodies. But aren't they just so pretty? Beautiful colours, and they look good too. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you all again soon.